Y'all ain't y'all ain't shit. Moreover, moreover, uh, I guess they heard me talking shit about them and they were like, "Yeah, cut this motherfucker's feed right now. Cut this motherfucker's feed right now." Buzz, sorry you lost your place in the race. Buzz is our unofficial winner. I forgot what I was talking about. That's is didn't I literally mentioned stream or like what bad Wi-Fi and immediately I get punched in the nuts. Uh, hey yo, what's up, Captain? But basically, I'm just saying like uh, this journey of coding and programming has definitely put me in a position in a lot of uncomfortable positions. It hasn't been comfortable with the looming notes of knowing my fucking student loan debt is just occurring and I'm taking what is considered to be a pay cut to do what I like and what I enjoy to versus not, doing that. So I just want to say, I appreciate all you guys who support me. For the people who don't support me, my haters, all of y'all are valuable in your own unique way. Let me set this real quick. Hey, yo, what up? Get some food. What up, Taurus? Congrats on the job. Appreciate it, Captain. Yeah, just to recap since the stream died. So, um, today I gave my 3 week notice to my old employer to let them know I'd be changing positions, and they fired me effective immediately today because they want to save money on bonuses and stuff like that. I also simultaneously sent out litigation to sue their ass. So there's that. And the reason why I'm able to give my 2 week notice is, or 3 week notice, is because I've formally accepted a new position. It is the perfect combination of healthcare and technology. I'll be a senior data engineer that'll be dealing and managing patient data information as it pertains to heart technology that works on people's hearts and it helps us better understand how people's hearts progress through their disease and pathology. And we'll get to implement stuff and stuff like that. But ultimately, ultimately, TLDR is like, it's been 13 months. 13 months, 2 days extra, and a couple of hours. And I just wanted to let people know, like, um, well, it's because it's my position. I cover six major research development sectors, and I know even if I had 3 weeks to train this person to get up to speed, it's just a lot of work. Um, the thing that I want to do, the thing that I immediately want to do is like kind of help people also understand like what does that mean for this stream. Uh, Seeing as how I'm basically unemployed till January 6th, I've always had a question of if I could do nothing, what would I do? And I would make content. I would try my best to become the best streamer that I could possibly be. Um, and I didn't think like at the beginning of the year I would have that ability to do that. Looking closer at the situation I'm in now, I think this is the opportunity that I have for that. But then also, um, I'm just curious. I just want to see how far I can push it. I need to know what the answer is. I need to know if I could do this. And now that I have this rare opportunity, it's like I have to see how far I could take it. I want to see how far I could take it if I could even pay 1 month of my bills using just this. So with that being said, like this platform and everything kind of has to change. It has to change. I used to code and stream as a way of like dealing with the stressors of life and using it as an outlet. The making the money part was, if I didn't make the money, that would have been fine. But the fact of the matter is, that's not the case anymore. So I want to push it and see how long I can do this. I have a month basically to push this. But then also with this new position, the logistics of the position and the job might make it impossible for me to stream at this hour for as long as I have at this hour. And just because I got what I wanted out of this situation doesn't mean that I that you guys, that we don't, like, they always talk about parasocial relationships just from the viewer to the host perspective, but there's also a reverse perspective of this, because very much so everything I've learned about this, everything I've learned and done through coding, I've learned and done because of y'all. So for me to stop doing my job, or for me to stop programming or coding or streaming, would imply that I'm stopping the process of me learning. And I don't think that's a fair assessment, right? So I'm gonna try and make this work. And I'm thinking I might be doing a lot more daytime streams, since I'll have the time, and it'll probably help me stop from going crazy. And I'll start building up those skill sets to do the things that I want to do then. But then in turn, also, it'll give me the ability to kind of get back into a regular swing of what a regular 9 to 5 might look like for someone like me, because I don't have hospital hours anymore. So what that means for me and what that means for this stream, I'm gonna ask for y'all's patience while I figure this out, while I try and figure out what's the best space and opportunity that will garner the same energy and give people the opportunity to continue coding with strangers. There's a part of me that regrettably knows that because of time changes that I might lose some people, and I totally get that. You deserve to support and watch people who are most available for you. And if that means you have to, like, okay, you got to change your sub over, or I totally get that. Support is something you earn. It's not given to you. So while I figure that out, for sure, we'll start immediately. We got to hit the ground running. And the way I have it planned now is we'll probably do a 5-hour stream during the day, and during the nighttime, if possible, we'll try and edit those videos, get them ready for the daytime. So we'll have like 2 streams, two stories a day, and we'll edit those in the evening time, and then program a little bit there. During the daytime, I want to kind of divide it up where I'm using 2 hours to work on my technical skill set that will be job related, as I've already got a chance to look at their data lake, and man, talk about like architecture and structuring and the multiple landing sites and different pipelines that are being built and being used for this. It's just I want to use 2 hours a day to kind of just study and learn my craft, and then like take in a Pomodoro setting, and then like take the remaining 2 hours to kind of code and program relevant stuff that I want to do, and then use the last hour to kind of just build on portfolios and just build on skill sets where I can talk. It'll be a mixture of stuff. And like I said, I'm just asking for y'all's patience while I try and figure it out and what the best case scenario. And like, and if I can't, or if I'm, because I might be biting off more than I can chew. I don't know. I don't know if it's like me being like super cautious of like not letting because it does suck, right? It does hurt to know that like I put in 4 years, almost 4 years at a place, and never had a write-up, never had a PIP, never had a single complaint, never had a dropped or below average production, and you give them 3-week notice and they immediately fire you, like within the same sentence. It wasn't like, they came back an hour later and was like, we're actually going to just let you go. It's like they heard it and were like, all right, we're going to let you go effective immediately. So like for me, I don't know if that shock has hit me, or am I just fortunate that, I came up with a plan before I did this, right? Also, like, if me leaving has saved some, like if I didn't say anything and they fired someone else thinking they had me, and then I left, now that person got fired for no reason, because now that I'm leaving, they can save a buck. But I am absolutely going to sue their dick into the fucking ground. Like, I can't wait to hear their rebuttal and get the fucking paperwork for that shit. But at the same time, like, you just got to remain positive. You got to think about the things that you can control. Even if they had fully fired me, I'd probably just have to go full time back at the hospital, but then I wouldn't be able to stream, because I work 12-hour shifts there. So I know I've been rambling. This is a lot of information, and I'm going to be repeating myself a bunch, but, there's reason to believe that things will only get better from here. They'll only get better from here. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. We are semi-free, and I haven't been reading the chat, so sorry. Sorry if you guys have been rambling to me. But I'll try and take it from the top here. Save on the bonus. Gonna have to hire 6 people for your job. Is job. Be right back. Getting called. Yeah. The 6 products that were under my division, like they don't even have the data files for those things. Those data files aren't kept on their server. They're kept in a separate private repository that I control. So like it's just I'm so curious to know what their phone call or follow up is gonna be. I am truly interested to see how, like, when, like, tomorrow. Like, yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. Like tomorrow when I get called for the business side meeting call, and I don't answer, shit, if I haven't even set up the meeting yet. So like I'm truly interested in what their game plan was there. Spend $1 trying to save a penny. Perfect business sense. Yeah, I can't wait to sue their dick into the water. It's over. YouTube, the end game goal. YouTube is, because YouTube gives you life-changing money if you can attract and amass the proper crowd. Speaking of which, I'll go follow you, boy. Go follow your boy. Get some food. You want a code for cash? Yeah, get some food. Absolutely. And get some food. I haven't ignored you. It's just holiday season. I was dealing with this, and now I'm back. And technically tomorrow, you can hire me tomorrow for a month. For a month while I figure this out. Uh, Definitely got to push. It's a golden opportunity. Now you like Mecca. You're absolutely right. Like I've always been curious to know if how much of this I could do and get done right. And I don't know if this is a challenge. I don't know if this is a challenge from Baby Jesus, but like it feels like it's like before you cross this grand line, I want you to be 110% sure you can't do this. And you'll have a month to prove it to yourself. So we're going to go all in. We're going to go all in. Saving for bonuses is the weakest thing they could have said. Just be honest. We salty. Bye. Yeah, Ren. You know something, the way they said it was sort of like to ease the blow, because my expression went from like somber, like I felt bad. I was like, damn, I'm giving them 3 weeks. It's going to take at least a month and a half for people to catch up with what the fuck I have going on. Like, I onboarded 37 new vendors. Oh. Have I been to TwitchCon? No, but I plan on going next year. Ain't that right, Grimy? I'm glad I'm someone's inspiration. How much is the salary bump? It's pretty significant. And this is another conversation that I had to come to terms with. Apparently, I'm a senior now. I'm a senior developer. Don't know when I crossed that threshold. Don't know when I became one, but I am one now. Oh, you'll be at TwitchCon? Get some food? That sounds nice. You have a brilliant mind. You will think of something, no doubt. Now, I appreciate it, Captain. Someone who works 8 to 5 or night shift, you'll get a hang of it. Some Mondays, you'll just have to want to sleep after work. I'm lying. It's every Monday. Well, then I could just shift my schedule from Tuesday to Friday. I would still love to stream 4 times a week, and preferably not Friday, since Friday nights most people go out. Just keep being yourself, and that's why I'm here. No, I appreciate it. Get some food. That's all I can do. That's all I'm really good at. This man's just too humble. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm just a chill guy. Good night, Space Rain. Appreciate you being here. 4 years is crazy. Yeah, that 3 years and 6 months, basically. But can relate. But they fired me on some hater shit. Damn. How they get you, Mecca? You'll get a fantastic phone calls in the coming week. Wait, who's calling me? / emails? Who's gonna email me? What state am I? I'm in Illinois. Yeah, get it off your chest. I appreciate y'all letting me vent a little bit. Getting dropped on the spot is not uncommon. It isn't uncommon, but I felt like last quarter when I onboarded those 37 vendors, we were on pace to lose $600,000 in funding from the government and another $5.7 million in research development and agro development if we couldn't properly allocate it to the appropriate vendors. And in one day, I did the research, found everything that they had 4 people looking up. Rookie mistakes, scorn lover, in fact. Hey, yo, look out, Shake. Oh, your boy got a job? I thought he worked at Amazon. Just delete it. Like the one guy who accidentally broke the internet because a lot of people depended on their repo. Oh my goodness. The thing about it is, like, if I just chose not to answer their phone calls or anything, all of the repo, I could literally just turn off the repo right now and they wouldn't have access to it. So tomorrow, a bunch of patients would be calling, a bunch of those vendors would be calling us to figure out why it's not working anymore. But like then patients in real life people suffer. So like I don't want to do it that way. I mean, I think like I don't. It's not like I said. It's one of those weird situations where like I am a little panicked because tomorrow I'm not going to work, right? I'm not going to work tomorrow. I've been let go. But also I know January 6th I will have a job, and it's not like I was living paycheck to paycheck. Uh, every dime that I've made from streaming, I've saved it. You guys know I'm financially responsible. Shit, we were talking about finances on Monday, last Saturday rather. So it's like I'm not panicked, but it is sort of like this delusional thing where it's like I had a job. I had a job 4 hours ago, right? I had a job 4 hours ago. Can you help? If you want to support, like I said, I don't know the best case scenario. Like there's obviously there's like merch, but just being here is all I could ask for. Like just be here. Um, we'll figure out. Trust me, we'll figure out if we need to have a GoFundMe to feed Hero, we'll do that. But for right now, you guys just being here is just what I want. I've seen management do so many self-destructive things just to nurse wounded prides. Don't trip. Yeah. Good point. Typical. The lack of 2 or, in your case, 3-week notice is rolled into a severance package, so no lawsuit is necessary. Not sure what these guys are thinking. And that's the part that kind of baffled me. Is okay, verbatim when they said that shit to me, I literally I blurted out. I was like, "Do you want to talk to legal first? Like, maybe you're confusing me with like maybe like the janitorial staff or something like that, where it's just." But literally, I'm holding the keys to several keys, and half of their IDs and paperwork and documentations are sitting on my desk still. Like, I'm not bringing that up to the office. And I'm not even going to a mailbox to deliver it. You send a courier to my house to pick it up. Like, their thought process is beyond me. But, I mean, they they didn't even take my ID. I should have done a 3-day. Can I drop a link in chat? My links are turned off in chat. But if there's something you want to send to me, you could send it to me in Discord. You could put it in the please put it here section. That'd be epic. Did JS get us a job? No, unfortunately, Python is still the reason why I have a job. Uh, no, Ren, I think Space is making a reference to a joke we made earlier about the feats in OnlyFans. They're making a joke from the past. Before the stream, the first stream that before it got shut down. They're wild grimy in here. Yeah, there's a wild grimy in here. There is. Well, okay, and let's have a question about the quick conversation about the senior. And I talked to this. Uh, I talked about this with Grimy, and it's what makes you a senior developer. What makes you a senior developer, and from the looks of it, is whenever you decide you're a senior developer. Honestly, now don't conflate being a senior developer with being a good developer. A senior developer means you've just spent enough time to do whatever you are doing. A good developer has spent quality time honing skills and attributes that make them stand above the rest. Senior just implies that you've been here long enough. It's the equivalent of calling yourself a senior developer is like calling yourself a dude that's been in high school for 4 years. If you're here for a fifth year, it starts to look bad on the school. Get this motherfucker out. So that's how I take it. I've put in the allotted hours that my work in the last 3 years at that job has made me stand out as capable. When I look at other senior data engineers, their shit blows my shit out of the water. They can pipeline, build structures, the data engineer, the data architect for this new position. I was looking at the lake, the data lake in the data warehouse, and I couldn't comprehend. I couldn't follow it, and I started to pick up on the pieces of it on the outside looking in, but like it's clearly something they've put a lot of effort into. So like, I just to dispel it, like I'm not gonna wear it like a badge of honor, but people look for it on your resume. So if you've put in the hours, it's not all. And I think all I've done is upgrade that old saying I used to have. Remember the saying I used to say? It's not your job to tell yourself no. Oh, I shouldn't apply to this position. It says it's only looking for senior engineers. That's not your job to disqualify yourself. That's their job to figure out if you're a senior developer or not. Apply and let them tell you no. You shouldn't tell yourself no. So that's the same rule with this. It's not my job to tell them, I'm a great developer or this or that. That's their job to figure that out, to see if I'm worthy of it. Because whether I'm not or I am, shit, I'm getting paid. So you better make sure. But once again, I put in the work so I feel confident enough to do it, to say it. Your state matters a lot with employment law, but Illinois is a pro worker state. Uh, Insanity 96. Progress, don't slam yourself too much and focus on strong points. End of the day, you got to do what keeps you in the right headspace. No, you're absolutely right. But I think like it's one thing to want to be in the right headspace, and it's another thing to like. Part of me being in the right headspace is that I stream to stay sane. On those days where I applied to hundreds of positions and got no's within 15 minutes. I applied for a job that I literally talked to the person who posted the job and told me I was a good fit, and I still got denied for the job. Like, streaming was for my sanity. Very much so for my sanity. So like, I don't think my life will be better without streaming. In fact, I think it would get worse. So I have to find a way. I have to find a way to do it. Pure hater shit. I'm still upset about it, to be honest, because I'm still unemployed. But there were some losers. You gotta let that hate go. It's holding you back, Mecca. You gotta get that shit. You gotta let that shit off your heart, bro. Because when I was looking for a job, there was a part of me that did have a level of disdain for why I had to apply to so many jobs. Like, and then it became a little bit of aggression towards other people. And I don't care how well you think you are hiding it. People can smell that shit on you. The aggression, the upset, the vigor of always of applying. Like, you become worn down and your guard starts to fall and you stop caring. You go from wearing suits, shirts and ties to suits to now you're not even brushing and grooming yourself before you get on camera. And then one day you look at your before and after and you've gotten worse. In any other field, if it came to losing weight, drawing, coding, anything, if you progressively got worse at something, you would point that out. But when it comes to finding a job in the grind of this seems to get a pass from people where they're okay with letting themselves go a little bit. And I think I am grateful, or rather I avoided that because I was able to connect with a group of people who endured with me. You gotta find a partner, whether it's your lover, your friends, someone who you strictly do this specific task with, coding. You need to find a partner who has the same drive and ambition as you and will push you in the right direction. This is not a journey I recommend to do by yourself at all. You feel me? Why would you want a 1v1 depression? You should jump that hoe. You are out above your pay grade and the manager is not supported to tell you what's wrong because it gives you the advantage over the company. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to being a senior dev. Shout out to being a senior dev. I mean, I disclosed that I streamed already, and I told them, and even in my agreement, as long as I am not talking about my work or streaming my work, the shit they said you can do whatever you want on stream, barring as long as you follow the TOS of the streaming company. So I always disclose that I stream with companies because that's how important content creation is to me. I don't want someone coming up to me talking about you can't do or say that already. Shit, 2 years ago we had one of my old colleagues come in here and gift $15 subs just to then turn around and report me to HR because someone misgendered someone on accident. Just the brake cleaner you inhale daily. Yeah, you gotta avoid that stuff. Get a filter. It would be different if they were visibly hating from a higher date, but it was from the damn near 3 years. Yeah, the thing about it, yeah, their ego got hurt. I'd just be careful with what you do with it, though. I'm saying that I don't want them to try and turn around and say the variety company time, blah 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 blah. Yeah. I totally get it. Like, and I like I said, I've already disclosed to them, and they've already made it clear what their beliefs are on that. It's when you can make it work. Yeah, we'll figure that. I have time to figure it out. That's the one thing I got now is I got time to figure it out, but I also have time to try and do and make what I will of this situation. And like I said, this is a journey for all of us. Like, I feel obligated to continue making content, so I'm gonna keep trying to make that content. I read something a while ago saying that if you apply for a job, you can easily do your qualified to do more some way. It's true though. But my resume is weird. I have both computer stuff and auto technician stuff. Yeah, you gotta. One thing I will say about this is you gotta niche down your resume. Niche down your resume, and then talk about the extra stuff in your cover letter. Remember, we posted this in the Discord too. We made a slide deck for the Discord. We made a slide deck. Hold on, let me pull this up. So whenever we have a situation because I remember like this being a thing, like a lot of people would always read my resume and say there's a lot of medical stuff here. Why don't you work at a medical place? Like, bitch, I want to work at a tech place. Stop asking me. But then I was like, okay, they keep asking me because they keep seeing it. So I need to take it off of there. So let me see. Where is it? Okay, I can't find that one, so I guess I gotta do this the hard way. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. I promise it's 10 o'clock. I promise we're gonna code. That's at some point here. And we got an article about Elon Musk. Oh, make sure you join the race, y'all, because clearly I have to give a shirt away. And we're giving a shirt based on who's in the race. Temp deck. Okay, I think I got one that's blanked out. Okay, yeah. So let me show you guys this real quick. So like one thing I got tired of is they always were like telling me like, oh, okay, can you tell me about yourself? Tell me about yourself, da da this. But so instead of doing like a cover letter, 12 slides, real sharp with it, right? 12 slides, and it's just the introduction to your other skill sets. Like, yeah, I played in the NFL. Yeah, I worked with Twitch and YouTube, so on and so forth, like this, right? I did surgery. I did fulfillment for quality control and stuff like that. I've given seminar speeches on I've given seminar speeches on whole entire company chains and things of that nature, right? I've worked with the U.S. military and did IT consulting. Like you could do all that extra shit in a slide deck, and it's just 12 little short things, concentration on your skill sets, the programming languages, how you've done things. You could make this all in, and I think this is all on the Discord. And if it's not, I can get there. Where you've been, ethical AI, stuff like that. And then you can give, and this is the best part, you can just give some random ass bullshit quotes and just put in people you know there. That makes you look more official. Thank you for your thing, so on and so forth. But like, this is far more better than a damn what's the word I'm thinking of? This is better than a damn cover letter, it's engaging, it's tracking, it's all of that shit. Where we at? Where we at? But yeah, as far as resumes are concerned, like resumes should be niche. Your cover letters and things of that nature should then expand on you and your exterior. That's what I've found. It's been useful for me. I'm off to bed. Okay, hey, get some food. Yeah, now that the holiday season's over, we can definitely talk chop, and I have time to do it, so we'll talk chop for real. You can be a senior in one role and a junior in another role. Absolutely, I've seen this and vice versa, and it's possible to be both senior and junior. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I've been out of work 4 years. I've given up. I'm going to be homeless when I run out of money. Uh, no one's gonna fight harder than you, right? No one's gonna fight harder than you. I don't know what has you. I know it can be jaded and dejecting, but you gotta wake up with the joy of wanting to fight. I enjoy fighting. It's one of my great passions. And especially since I have the power, the mind, the body, the soul to do it. Fuck it, all right. But you gotta want it. Uh, just because you going 100 miles doesn't mean you going the right way. You gotta be flexible, my brother in code. You have to be flexible. Oh, Grammy's lurking. He said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." Might have missed something. Had the ads, lol. But yeah, it's a rough economy. Absolutely rough. No, it was crazy, but like it was crazy, but like it wasn't like I didn't serve consequences to that person, right? When that person did that thing, when that person misgendered someone in my chat, I put them in timeout. I explained the problem. They came back and still were content on having this conversation. And then I sent them to the shadow realm, and I was like, you can argue with your shadow. Like this is my domain. I make the rules here. No, I don't think people are sensitive nowadays. I think people deserve to be identified and registered as they see fit. And when people make it more than simply a formality, then it's a problem. Because if you come to an hospital and call me a nurse when I'm a doctor, I'm gonna correct you. And if you continue to call me a nurse, I'm going to have you removed from the hospital. Because I didn't go to school for 13 years and acquire $333,000 to be disrespected because you don't feel comfortable calling someone with darker skin than you more advanced than you, right? It's not about being sensitive. It's about being empathetic. And we don't have enough empathy in this world. If you ever find yourself being coming upset or wanting to revolt because someone is asking you to be empathetic, you got to ask yourself, when did you stop having empathy so that this is now a problem for you, right? But then at the same time, they went to her. They went to the person who reported me and was like, "So did Hero misgender the person?" She was like, "No, no." But he was in a community. So and they were just like, "Okay, well, we're not going to do anything about it because he wasn't the one doing it." And from what we understand, he punished the person who did it. So maybe you should stop watching Hero stream and just leave him the fuck alone. Hey, what up, Gino? Another thing is, and another thing I can give you a tip on right now about like just the resumes is, if you're applying to these jobs and you're not applying to the actual website, you can't apply with the easy button on LinkedIn. LinkedIn gets paid by these companies to show people like you their easy fill-in shit, and you're literally just throwing your resume into a void. Find make a genuine connection, and you might have to make 100, maybe 500 genuine connections. But the easy apply, the autofill shit, all of that shit is just a quota that they have to meet, and your resume is going into a void. If it's easy for you, it's easy for every Dick and Tom out there to do it too. You don't want easy. Remember, this is a battle of nutrition. Need to have 2 resumes picked and choose which companies. Yeah, Ren's down to it. By the end of this process, I had 4 resumes, and I was rotating them and I've changed every resume at least 6 times, making minor changes and tweaks based on what the ATS needed. People have open source ATS models on GitHub. I put my resume through those ATS machines. Three years of experience. Hello, what is this? Sparta? What's good? Welcome to the stream. Mecca, man. Been through plenty of rewrites and apps, so now trying to actually use LinkedIn, maybe personal branding is the issue. I mean, shit. We can have a conversation about like how I use LinkedIn to get this, because no matter how much I dog walk and dog shit talk LinkedIn, this motherfucking job, I got it because of LinkedIn. And it pains me to say that. Congrats on the job. I appreciate that. Either you are ventriloquist or your audio is out of sync. I think my audio is out of sync. I'm using McDonald's Wi-Fi right now, so forgive me. Much love, Gino. Get some. You lied about the stuff in the PowerPoint, or what do you mean? Think I missed it? Wait, what? Tarb, you said you lied about all the stuff in that PowerPoint, or what do you mean? Think I missed it? That PowerPoint is just a template that I use to show like how you can talk about other things you're proficient at your job, instead of submitting just a boring 1-page cover letter that they're not going to read. It's just a substitute. Congrats on the job. Appreciate that. Thank you, Moon. A battle of nutrition? Yeah. Basically, there's a bunch of people looking for jobs out there. The tech market has been dog water. So if you are taking the easy or the most traveled route, everybody's doing that. You don't want to do what everyone's doing. I went to a Google's Dev Fest and had a great conversation with this individual who I then was able to connect with and do a short project for YouTube that got me paid. And if they decided to keep pushing on with the idea, I would have been part of that team. But now I'm in the door. And one day he's going to make a question, or he's going to say something that's going to be like, yo, there was a dude I did the project with. So like, you gotta think of ways to be different, even though you're not special, because everyone's hungry, but not everyone knows how to hunt. And we're officially all caught up with chat. Yay, clap it. God damn. Oh. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys coming to my TED Talk. Cooking with Silence. What's up? Nothing much. We're about to start the news. Who wants to be in charge of the news? What's the new job stack domain? I don't know. I haven't checked. I don't start my job till January 6th. But it'll be in data engineering. All right, cool. All right. Uh, Professor, you'll be in charge. Your job is to let people know that I can no longer see the chat and the alerts are off while I'm doing this news segment. In addition to that, feel free to, proclaim you're in charge. All right. Need some water. I'm parched. Hey, yo, it's the first of the month. Don't let a black man fail. Clap it. Ooh. As much money as Elon Musk has lost in this world, I feel like one of those dollars should have floated into my pocket by now. Like, share, and subscribe. How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. Maybe I'm doing this for the algorithm. Maybe I'm doing this for shits and giggles. Maybe I just find it extremely funny when douchebags get their comeuppance. You feel me? Clap it. Get fucked, loser. Am I biased? Maybe I'm a little biased, but we're not a political channel, so let's get down to the tech news. Elon Musk has perpetuated this livelihood of taking on challenges and tasks that he is not built for, but has the money to do. He made a company where the task was very simple. Just dig a hole. And he couldn't even do that efficiently. He wanted to make traffic less abundant and abhorrent in one of the most congested cities and places in the world. And that didn't work out for him as much as he wanted to. Excuse me. He managed to make a tunnel where only one car could travel at a time. And guess what? It had to be a Tesla car, and it only could hold 2 people. I think something like that exists, and it can hold a few hundred people. It's called a subway. Clap it. PayPal, things of those natures, all of those things are all relevant topics and concerns. But one thing that we know for sure is sometimes he does right, which is with Tesla. He bought Tesla off of a group of gentlemen, made it the biggest electric company in the U.S. until it's not, because other companies are starting to catch up, right? Ford, GMC, Toyota, and so on, Nissan, and all of those companies are starting to catch up. But it goes without saying, he has done his job as far as is concerned as a CEO to make that company money and profitable as the board sees fit. But when it came time for Elon Musk to get his bonus, he has been declined not once, but now twice of getting that approval. So today we're going to see what led us to this nonsense and why the judge is declining to pay this man for the second time. And I'll be completely clear. I'm not going to cry about a millionaire or a billionaire not getting an additional few $1 billion, right? This is a person who definitely takes for granted the success and power and his capability to do good in the world. Like, there was a point in time where he was being in jest with Tony Stark because of the capabilities of good that he could have brought upon ourselves. But one day the pandemic ruined a lot of people, and this is exhibit number 1. Like, he just never recovered because he was just online too much. And this is what happens when you don't hug your kids enough, people. They become billionaires who are self-indulged and don't know how to handle themselves. So let's get a little bit of a better idea of why he's not getting paid and not getting hugs anymore. Elon Musk, $56 billion pay package gets rejected again. Delaware judge found that the Musk shareholders' vote wasn't enough to award him his hefty compensation plan. This is out of The Verge. Emma Roth, Tesla CEO Elon Musk, 56 billion pay package was struck down once again in a ruling on Monday. Delaware Chancery Court. Just for you guys that don't know, outside the country, Delaware is where like all the big money shit goes down. Every major company that stays in America is either open in like Idaho or Delaware, and I think like Florida and Austin are becoming big too. But like there's literally counties that only with like 100 people in the county, but there's over 1 million corporations registered there or some shit like that. It's crazy. Judge Kathleen, that name sounds familiar, St. J. McCormick upheld the decision to block the compensation plan over the concerns about conflicts of interest following the approval in 2018. After warning shareholders in June that Musk could leave the company if his pay package isn't approved, Tesla held a vote in hopes of reversing the judge's decision. Shareholders voted to approve the hefty compensation. As a person who owned shares in Tesla at the time, I voted no on this. I'm a hater. I'm a hater, but I'm the best type of hater. I drive you to be better, okay? And don't you ever doubt it for 1 second that I'm not rooting for you, but I want you to get it the hard way, the long way. We don't want no Minuteman over here. Shake me up, baby. Shake me up. Hefty compensation, but still wasn't enough to convince the judge to reinstate it. The decision states that Musk has no procedural grounds for flipping the outcome of an adverse post-trial decision based on evidence they created after trial. Oh, wow. So basically that vote that the shareholders had was just for formality. It was just for formality's sake. And the judge is basically saying, you haven't presented new evidence other than a posturing vote that your company is committed to paying you this, but you still have conflicts of interest. The original reason why this wasn't done was because there was conflicts of interest. All right? And this conflict of interest is the reason why he is not able to get this. So the board voting or the shareholders voting for him, it doesn't change the fact that you still have conflicts of interest, douchebag. Interesting. It also calls claims that the shareholders can change the outcome of a court decision dubious, generally unquestionable, false in this scenario. Yeah, they really, his cultists are like believers. Judge McCormick granted $345 million to the lawyers representing the Tesla shareholders who sued over the $56 billion plan. Okay, so and Tesla's the one suing him. So his own company suing him, and there's a conflict of interest there. Guess who has the ability to say that they're probably right? Musk is expected to appeal the decision. He loves being in court, but doesn't like showing up. Even without the package, Musk still remains the richest man in the world, and Tesla stocks continue to soar following Donald Trump's win in the U.S. presidential election. So, this makes perfect sense, and my memory's failing me. Does anyone know what the original conflict of interest was? You might have to look this up. Oh, we can. Okay, cool. Elon Musk wants to pull a huge amount of money out of Tesla to buy something else. I wonder what he wanted to buy. I think it was a chip factory. He wanted to start making chips. Yeah, that too. And he didn't even smoke it right. Ugh. Watching him smoke that blunt on Joe Rogan's podcast was really like... Tesla stake says salary on plan on becoming richer than Amazon. Tesla announces a new compensation plan for Elon Musk. He'll only get paid if he reaches certain exorbitant milestones, including Tesla market valuation of $650 billion. The company market valuation goal is 100 billion. To go up in 50 billion increments, their climb is 150 billion. So until the 650 billion mark, Tesla has dozens of market evaluation goals and a dozen revenues and adjustment and profits and targets. Interesting. So he had to hit a bunch of other goals. I wonder if they even talk about Hyperloop. Oh, critics point out to the compensation plan is a bunch of hand waving through under plan. Musk will only get paid if he reaches the milestones completely. If all of that happens over the next 10 years, and Tesla's values grows from 80 to 90%, then then my amount of compensation would be zero, Musk told the New York Times. Musk said that he sees potential for Tesla to become a $1 trillion company within 10 years. None of it is intended for dynastic wealth creation. He said the reason that it is important is that I want to do those big things, including colonizing Mars, building his own Hyperloop, and in between New York City and Washington, D.C. Yeah, get fucked. Intel tech business may be up for sale. While he over here talking about buying an AI game studio, Intel is literally drowning. And what's Intel's stake share price right now? Because that was actually the second choice story to cover Intel's just horrific downfall. Intel stock price. Ooh. Oh. Show me 5. Show me 6. Oh my God. Year to date. Oh. Are we Intel is in every goddamn computer, but that last chip just fucked them. And Nvidia and AMD and all these new bugs coming through. We might have to talk about this tomorrow. We might have to talk about. Oh, you used to work at Intel? We might have to talk about this tomorrow. My goodness. But that's neither here or there. Clap it. Let me know. What do you guys think? Do you think he deserves the money? Because I don't think he deserves the money. That's just my personal opinion. The conflicts of interest are too great. The fact that he wants to pull money out of this company to make another company, I don't know. I don't know if the legal process is overstepping a boundary. Does the legal apparatus that exists today, does it exist in order to keep companies safe from their own CEOs? Is that something that we would consider? I think the idea of him, to your point, trying to rip off his stakeholders and his shareholders is a little bit dubious. I think that is a problem. So I have to agree with this with my limited understanding of the context, but I just don't believe a CEO should be able to come in and say, I accomplished all of this. You guys made your money. I'm going to now destroy the company by taking a bulk of the money on my way out.